Tell me, did Kusetsu ask you to do this? Honestly, I thought I taught you a lesson. That's not what this is. I'm here for my own sake. Kusetsu told me something. He said he regrets never teaching you what it means to lose. He regrets it? Don't make me laugh. Regret from a coward like him who decided to run away. That's the kind of thought that only a selfish loser would have. I never ran. That's why I'm still undefeated, and why I'll always be undefeated. How could Kusetsu, or even you, understand that? Take a look. This spectacle is reserved only for the victorious. Looking down on everyone from here, it's irresistible. Listen here, no good comes from losing. Not a thing. It turns the strong into cowards. It makes you forget the taste of victory. It ruins your dreams. And it makes you run away. Winning is the only thing that matters. I am revered? I can do however I please with Vanguard, or even with people. Is that what you want? What else is there to want? For me, losing to you that day allowed me to discover a new part of myself, but it made me realize something too. That if you want to change, Vanguard will show you the way. That's why I've been able to see a world that no one else can. I want you to see the same. This is what I want you to know, so please. I see. Then let me make a request of you. Show me that your words and your will are true. Just try and find a way to make me lose. I plan on it. This is the one fight, but there's no way I'm losing. No lose intended.
Cardfight Vanguard Via Days. 始めよ。
This is it. This is the final showdown to Kanji Meguro. This is for the sake of all Vanguard as well as Setsugetsuka. I have the best hand here. Let's, I guess, put back the Arthin. Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna need him, honestly, thanks to what's his face's skill. Gonna use our D skill. Get some VP here. Alright. Gonna go into, I believe, Richard. No, this is Steve. Call out Kenny Burning, Soul Charge, the Gunram. We did get the Marin, which is nice. I think I want to rush him here, so I am gonna have to give up an Arthin. I do have the Fasado, which is a little bit stronger in terms of protection against this boss. I keep calling it Farquaad in my head, but Farmneil or whatever it's called, because Fasado can't be targeted, so they're not going to be able to retire it, whereas Arthin just protects every other unit except itself. Alright, put that into Soul, so they already have themselves 3 in terms of grades in Soul. I'm going to hit another Persona Ride, which is going to be useful later on, but I don't really have the best cards to guard. Alright. Selfish Engraver. It's gonna go to the damage. This music is kinda fucking awesome. I don't know. I hope they release the OC. If not, like, there's a very easy way to just get the music, because I could just turn off all the voice and sound effects, and oh, this sucks ass. Just gonna have to let it go through. I guess I could have guarded this one and taken the other one, but I just do not have the good cards to guard here. Because I would have to discard Persona Rides and stuff, so... Unless it really comes down to that. Thankfully they chill charged. Something not too great, okay. That's actually good. Well, I don't know. I don't really want them to hit their soul really quickly, but I don't want to lose my cards. So yeah, we're just gonna have to let this go. I was gonna say that's good because I can actually guard his attack if I give up Arthin, but I really think I need Arthin. That's really disappointing. To waste that critical trigger there. Probably gonna have to discard one of these Graham Graces. I don't know. I'd like to hold on to all of these cards as much as I can. Alright. They're just soul charge triggers, so at least we're safe in that regard. We're actually gonna get the Fasado. Damn it. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of this extra Persona Ride. Hopefully I can draw into the third and final Persona Ride. Well, let's go into our Avatar, Blaster Dark. Use the skill here to whiff. And then call out the trusty Wingo Brave, and then we'll use the skill Blaster Dark to retire Wingo Brave. Excuse me, now. A little too dark there. Yeah, let's get rid of Selfish Engraver. And let's call out Arthen here. They will be able to possibly put back Selfish Engraver. So let's actually get rid of her if we can here. Okay. They're kind of smart in that they have to kind of give up the Selfish Engraver to force me to attack their Vanguard here, so they can have 2 counterblasts for next turn. We're gonna hit a draw trigger, which is, you know, okay. I would have liked the critical trigger to do a little bit more damage, but that's fine. So they're gonna be able to swing in here. They're gonna lose their Swirler, which is good, so we have to deal with that. The way Varneo works is if they have cards in their soul whose grades equal 13 or more, they can restand whenever they attack. And then once per turn during the main phase, outside of the main phase, you can retire units. And if you do, you put a card from your hand into the soul. And then finally, if it attacks, or rather, if you didn't ride that turn, I should say, because you can't Persona Ride, because there's only 1 copy of this card allowed in your deck. But if you didn't ride, this card gets 10k and crit. But finally, yeah, if you have 13 or more cards that are Dark States in your soul, and you counterblast 2, you can restand this unit at the end of the battle. Right now, they've got 4, 6, 7, 10. So I should not let this hit, because this guy can actually soul charge if he hits, and I'll give them the requirement. So we're gonna have to throw these guys out here. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough with just the 10k shield, because that would just be 20. Now we can go ahead and just somewhat confidently take this attack. We regretfully have so many PGs in hand, which in general is a good thing, but not when that's the only thing in our hand. They're gonna hit the heal trigger here, which is kind of funny, which if they did have 13, they wouldn't be able to restand. Because they wouldn't have to counterblast. Show the really cool animation here. And we're gonna use a Calicia, which would have been really nice for next turn, but let's see if we can draw. Okay, well, that is fine, because I did need something to discard. I also remember this time to use the Blitz Order first. Let's go ahead and use our skill here. Counterblast, Soul Blast, see if we can get something. We're just going to probably manage 3 attacks here. Ugh, what a disaster. I guess I'll have to call that out. This is not the best hand in the world. Thankfully, we will be able to unclog our hand after this. Let's get rid of this guy. And also use the skill here to be able to draw, or sorry, soul charge and counter charge. Maybe Marin. I guess let's just attack here. Yeah, they have to just take these attacks because they want to hit the soul. Perfect. And get a critical. I'm glad I attacked with Graham Grace first instead of Pro BB here. Very good. That's gonna put in a lot of pressure. How do you like that, Kanji? Bet you wish you guarded that, huh? So depending on what they damage check here, we might be able to push them into a really tight corner here. This is gonna be a big fat 3 damage. They're gonna check 1, so we can still hit. As long as they're all not triggers, we should be fine. Alright. Good, they lost a PG. They've also lost a good number of triggers. Perfect. Time Dragon is gone. And we can attack here with a pretty decent number. Yeah, which is going to require at least a 15k shield. And we can go ahead and use that Grand Grace skill to put in that into our soul and draw into a critical trigger. Well, we do have a lot of shield value. I can't use the skill here to retire because Fasado cannot be chosen. He can't be chosen. And I don't believe they have enough cards to restand either. The OT is still in play, so I think we'll just play it safe here. We'll actually use the PG. And I'll try to remember next time to use the Blitz PG. Alright, so they got a Swirler next turn, so next turn they can be very threatening. They also got the Time Jarrett, so they can very easily fill up their soul and meet the requirement next turn. Let's see if we can make sure that doesn't happen. I'd call final turn, but with this hand, I don't think that's going to be very possible. Unless we get something great off this Persona draw, we actually do get something pretty good. Alright. So we got the Ecclesia. Let's go ahead and use Grand Grace's skill here. Counter Blast. Soul Blast. Draw a card. Call out Ecclesia. Unfortunately, I do have the shield value, so I think it's fine to risk this. Because the thing is that if I leave Gerald out, then this can get retired next turn. Whereas like Ecclesia goes into Soul and Fasado can't be targeted. But I think that's just the best play right now, is to try and get in some good damage here, whittle down their hand. Alright, that's kind of unfortunate. Let's try and with Fasado here. Alright, gonna use the 10k. Draw trigger to guard that. Let's try Ecclesia. Or sorry, Grand Grace. Alright, good. We got rid of the Swirler. Whose D skill was that? Was that mine or his? I'm so confused. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit another one. So let's just put it all back here. It looked like his D skill, so it just made it seem like if I was gonna not check a trigger, but game is like, nope. I need to make sure he doesn't check enough triggers. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, that is kind of funny that it will trick you into thinking it's your own D skill, and you're like, yes! So I'm gonna check another trigger after this or something like that, but... let's see if we can discard the Time Jarrett. No, draw trigger. Alright. We should still be able to survive this here. Let's go ahead and use Grand Grace, Ecclesia, and Soul. We have way too many cards in hand to be losing here. Way too much shield value. Regretfully, Gerald is going to go. They're going to be able to get the 10k and the crit, as well as add the Time Jarrett from their hand into their soul. I'm assuming that's what it did. No, they actually added in... Okay, well, either way, I'm pretty sure they have enough now. They're actually going to use the skill to draw here. Use Swirler skill? Probably should have... Unless you just drew the Swirler. Then yeah, there's nothing you could have done about that. Alright. Thought I was going to be able to, like, steal a quick win here, but that doesn't look like that's what's going to happen here. Let's go ahead and use this thing here. The Blitz Order. Got some crazy protagonist powers here that I managed to get all these PGs. Alright, they got a Pandemonium Tactics in hand, and another Pandemonium Tactics in hand. That's not going to do anything for you. They're going to be able to restand, however. Attack again. We will PG yet again. Discarding this critical trigger. Okay. Just to be safe, just because the over trigger is still in play, and that can end the game right then and there. I guess we can take this. That's a bit unfortunate, but alright. Kind of wish I still had that other Persona right, but there's really no way for me to keep that. Oh, speak of the devil. Ask and I shall receive, I guess. So I'm going to Grand Grace here. Alright, we've got the Gerald. If I could just get something to use Gerald with, I might be able to push for game here. But we'll see. Actually, no, they're on 4 damage, so maybe not. Fortunately, we don't get anything. Doesn't really matter now if Gerald gets retired, because they're going to get the soul requirement anyways. Let's just go ahead and try and go full force. I will keep the triggers in hand instead of boosting with them. Alright. That is a critical trigger. It's also pretty close to decking out, now that I can tell. Let's go ahead and attack with this for Vanguard. Actually gonna no guard the Vanguard here. Alright. Alright, hey, they got away with it. What can I say? Let's see what they can check here. Well, at least we don't have to worry about that getting checked on us. Regretfully, that is going to put us in a really tough spot this turn. Specifically because they're also still at 4 damage. So we have to do 2 damage next turn in order to win. Oh, we lost the heal trigger here. Let's just use Ecclesia. So we can draw a card here. Do you have another Versatile that I can replace Gerald with? Assuming I don't have to discard it. We're ironically both getting pretty low on deck, and we also have both 4 damage. That's kind of crazy. Alright. So gonna use the skill to retire Gerald, unfortunately. Yep, 10k and a crit. Possibly put a card from hand into soul. Yep, and draw 1. Call at the time Jared, use his skill to do that same thing again. Call at the time Jared Dragon to do that same thing again. And possibly end up decking out at this point. I don't really think they have a lot of triggers left. They're not gonna be able to check an over trigger, right? I say let's take this first attack. Okay. Let's do over trigger here. Yikes. Alright, actually gonna put it over there, which, I mean, either way is kind of dangerous. They also have the crit in hand, and they also hit a heal. Jesus. Alright, that is kind of scary. I might just barely be able to guard that attack. And I can actually almost just pass turn and win off the deck out, but hopefully it doesn't get to that and we actually get to have a good game here. Let's see, that other column is going to be 41, which I can guard. Okay, so this, I guess, because the most you can get is the 43, right? So I can do this and this and PG the other one. Yeah, I guess let's just PG this. No point in playing it risky here. I don't have a Persona Ride or Gerald, so I guess we can get rid of Painkiller here. Alright. I could, I guess, call Final Turn, even though they have so many cards in hand. But it will be Final Turn if they take the single damage that they need in order to do anything to me. Alright, let's see if we can make the dream work. Skip Ride. Let's go ahead and use Graham Grace's skill here. To Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, draw 1 card. Get a Marin, that's actually kind of useful, but we'll use Arthur here. And yeah, we might as well just go whole hog. Because what we want to do is just make them take 1 damage, regretfully, and we win the game. It's going to attack with our Vanguard. Alright, going to use double. Ashur-Da. Fuck it, I'll go all in. I believe in my deck and my Vanguard kanji. God damn it. What's I wanted to sack? Alright, that's fine. Yeah, that's all fine. They can go to Soul, doesn't make a difference. Yeah, alright, that's the game, essentially. Especially if you had to check the draw trigger or something like that. Which is kind of, it's kind of poetic at the same time. That Kanji is undefeatable, but, you know, it's the whole thing of like, oh, the only person I could defeat him is him at this point. Considering that, you know, I couldn't actually beat him, I had to just deck him out. And I'm about to deck out myself, so we really went tooth and nail here. Because I really don't have anything. Let's not do that. And it also sucks that it doesn't count for final turn, even though it is the final turn, but technically his turn does start. And we really threw everything against the wall here. I had like 4 BGs, you know, draw, and that's it. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really poetic and ironic that that's how it ended up. He just ended up decking himself out. He defeated himself. He's just too powerful. Underscore, 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 underscore. I lost? Impossible. I haven't lost. No, it can't be. This isn't happening. I didn't lose. I always win. Not anymore. You lost, Kanji. Go. Kanji, I'm sorry. I was afraid. You kept drifting further and further away from me. I thought that maybe we'd never be able to fight again. I'm still waiting for you, okay? So, if you ever feel like it, why don't we fight again? You must have felt so lonely, Kanji-san. That's why your Vanguard showed me. You know, I was the same way too once. I admit, winning might be something incredible. But it also means having someone to compete against.
Nani?
Someone to compete against. Isn't it lonely never having anyone you want to beat? You would have had that someone if only I didn't run. It's too late for that now. It's not too late. Vanguard's always there, waiting for you. As long as what you want, what you wish for, you can always fight. Tell me I'm wrong. Yuki, you're wrong. This new world you've shown me. It's not half bad. I suppose fights were something great all along. A few days later. Oh, I'm getting so nervous. What for? Setsu-san? Yeah, I'm totally fine. Setsu-san? Come on, relax. Yeah, sure. Oh, looks like he's here.
Kanji-san.
Hey, Kanji. What took you so long? Okay, this is where the legend of Masaru Kita begins. I'm going to overcome myself. This is where my dream of going pro starts. I'm going to spread my Vanguard around the world. I'm not holding back, Kanji. You took the words right out of my mouth. Hey, Kanji. I've waited a long time for this. So have I. I'm beating you this time, sis. Doesn't matter either way. Just as long as you have Vanguard. Yuki, you're right. Let's go, everyone. Vanguard. Kinda lazy that they didn't make him say that, but alright, fine. Alright. Alright, that is actually going to do it. Wow, that was really fun. So I've never actually played any of the other Vanguard games, like EX and all that other stuff. I have wanted to, and I might go back and do that if I can somehow find the way to do that. Of course, Dear Days is the only version of those types of games that has been actually localized and translated. The other games were just in Japanese, so that's why obviously I have no way of being able to play them. But I'm really glad that this actually got, you know, localized and released, even through all of the murky and controversial and horrible business decisions that have come from it. At least we finally got to play this. I'm hoping that even through everything, people still manage to have fun with this and with Vanguard in general. But I myself really enjoyed this. I don't know what else I expected from a story-based Vanguard game. I've played a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Based games, and those were really fun. And I was really looking forward to this game filling that hole and that, like, you know, all those really fun memories that I had with Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up, and just playing the video game specifically, because I played way more of the video games than I did of the actual TCG. And that's not even counting like Duel Links, but like actual like the video games and stuff, right? Like the whole gameplay channel is mainly just me playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that I've already played also in the past. So it's nice to be able to do that again with Vanguard, and then, you know, for it to also have a story, be up to date, have online as well. So really hoping this this game takes off, but we'll see. There's still a couple of things that we can do, because there's, you know, like I said, there's other stories. There's 4 more stories that we can go through. I'm expecting those to be a lot shorter, but we'll go through those as well. Just do them a little bit different. They just won't be as prolonged as these, and I might not upload them as consistently, whereas like for this story, it was like every day almost, especially early on, and it was kind of just taking up the whole, my whole 3 videos a week schedule. But we'll talk about that at some other time. Yeah, there's Barrow, of course, last. Great, thanks. I don't know why they showed all the, they showed Grand Grace, which made sense, and then they went into all of the Blackout characters. I was like, why are you showing their cards? They should have shown the Setsugetsuga gang and then the Blackout guys, because they're not important. The Blackout guys don't matter. They weren't like integral to the story like the Setsugetsuga guys were. But let alone for this game, right? Like they only exist in this game. But whatever. Wonder if they're gonna. Kind of sucks that for Thegria, it's always just the light Thegria that they have to show as like the representative for both Thegrias, right? Because no one plays Dark Thegria in the main deck, because you can't really use her skill, or rather her skill's not as useful if you use it on turn 3, because all you can do is retire. You have to ride over her in order to get the restand. There is some order that lets you, like, you know, change that to an extent, but I don't think that's going to be worth it. But in any case, should just have here, yep, Team Rowan. So you got Eva here, and then I'm assuming we'll see Tamayura, and then possibly the Team Berserk? Or will it show it under Rowan after this? Let's see. Nope. Okay, it's still under Rowan here for Favnir. Purgatory Dragon Deity for Favnir. I wish they didn't throw in that R or something like that, or whatever. Now let's go back to Graham Grace. It would have been cool if, like, the first time they showed, like, the card that you used, your grade 3 to, you know, be kanji. I used Graham Grace, so I don't know if they just showed Graham Grace twice, but if that's the case, that'd be really cool. But alright. Vanguard, huh? Let's eat lunch together, Yuki. Hey, what's that?
Nani?
This? Something that shows me a new side of myself. Something like that. What's that mean? I want to try. Me too. Oh, me too. What's it called anyways? Well, surprised they don't. I mean, I guess they wouldn't know. It's called Vanguard. She's been like on TV or in Kanji's stream, and he's like super famous or whatever. It's actually gonna take us into the title screen. That's interesting. So I think what we can do is, now that the story's completed, we get ourselves the 10k, or sorry, yeah, 10k VP, which is really nice. And also we can go into the story here, and it'll take you to the beginnings of like Yuki and stuff. Yeah, skip. And you know how to play, yeah, over triggered, Rasen, you suck, whatever. But now we can actually do Rasen Ichiroji's story, which is really cool. And I'm assuming we actually already have access to this side, which is kind of cool. But I'm assuming if we go to character select and we use Yu Kondo here, and do his story, either along the way or by completing it, we'll unlock the stories for Danji and for Toya. Which again, we'll go through all of them at some other point. But until now, hope you guys really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for all the support these videos have gotten. It's made me really happy because I was scared that these would just get ignored and just become filtered out through the sub boxes. But thank you guys a lot. It's mean a lot to me. All the comments and views and all the positive reception. But until next time, take care of yourself, play Vanguard, and have yourself a damn good one. No lose intended.